And the background.
Good, good.
Very good.
Am I live now?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep.
Okay. Good day, everyone. My name is Carlos Reynoso here at Tri-State, at Family First Life Tri-State. Hope everybody's doing okay. We are here doing that Monday, the weekly bullpen, to bring awareness to the agents, do a little bit of training, talked about some subjects that are of concern for the agents. Let's start with the numbers. Top issue, writing agents, month to date. Number 20, Julie Mung. You're gonna say this one or this one? This one's right.
Yeah, 20.
Okay.
Julie Mung.
Julie Mung is 20,813. Good job, Julie. Michael Lower, 20,872. That means that this month they have done that much amount, that much volume. Andy Garcia, 21,173. Vidia Thomas, 21,353. Wayne Carr, 21,419. Len Belguido, 21,446. Jose Graxirena, 21,949. Good job, Jose. Jeffrey Boothie, 22,666. Month to date. Yeah. Gabriel Erickson, 23,022. Stephen Plur, 23,581. Great job, Steve. Great job. Stephanie Covers, 24,535. What's this guy? Carlos Reynoso, 26,520. Kerry Joyner, 27,277. Nicholas Campbell, 27,820. Orlando Payne, 30,972. Remy Lecunola, Arek Besola, 32,738. Robert Richmond, 41,656. Danielle Byrne, 56,351. Steven Giordano, 56,943. And number one, JP, Jonathan Persina, 79,570. Great job, everyone. Great job. Top agencies. Top agency are David Pyle, FFL Great Lakes, 34,000. Francis Doherty, FFL Shoreline, 35,000. Great job, brother. Great job. Gabriel Singh, FFL The Way, 44,000. Jose Graxirena, FFL Momentum, 56,000. Alex Lehibra, FFL Third Coast, 58,000. Cindy City, FFL Service Before Self, 63,000. Stephanie Cover, FFL Insure and Trust, 80,821. Danielle Byrne, FFL Legacy, 87,483. Jesse Parsley, FFL Avenues, 99,046. Great work. Kaylee Joyner, FFL Humble Beginnings, 101,538. Caleb Amoros, FFL 320, 108,700. Let me ask him about the 320, what he means. Jonathan.
320.
What is it?
Ephesians 3:20.
Okay, got you. Jonathan Porcina, FFL Kings, 138,118. Wayne Carr, FFL Hidden Gems, 142,592. Great job. Carlos Reynoso, FFL Wisdom, Strength, and Beauty, 144,587.
What's my VP?
BP next, baby.
VP.
Sit. Steven Giordano, FFL Health and Wealth, 227, 147. Great work. Rob Richmond, FFL Apex, 460, 234. Brian Mendenhall, FFL Central, 470, 178. And Ivan Vedrov, FFL Universe, 787, 721. Great job, everyone. Great job. Before we hit the numbers and everything else, I've encountered a lot of questions lately about leads, about the in-home presentation, about how to get better on the phones if we have a script that and other things. So I want to touch on that a little bit. What I advise people is, agents that are starting and agents that have been in the business for a while, come to the office. The office is made for you to succeed. It is a place that not only you come to dial, but you are learning from other agents. If you don't know something and you have questions about, why this company didn't take a client, you can ask other agents. They are there, so you don't have to be, calling different people when you have all the agents there for you, so you can ask a question. Also, about the scripts, you hear people talking on the phone, so you may hear something you like, and you may ask, James, I hear you say something that I like, and I hear you, that you are very comfortable on the phone. What is it that you say? What is it that you do, et cetera, et cetera. Same thing with John. John, listen, I hear you talking on the phone, man, and you look super comfortable. So that's why we promote the office. The office environment is made for you to succeed. At home, you have the couch, you have the TV, you have the wife, you have the kids, you have a lot of distractions. So, not that you can do it, but it's not a place of business for you to conduct your business. If you really want to succeed, you want to have an agency, you want to be the best at an agent, and you want to build a great agency, come to the office. This is the place where you are, where you need to do that. We have great mentors here, like I mentioned, John Masella. We have Mark Mead. Other parts of the country, I'm pretty sure you have other great writers, et cetera, et cetera. So that's one. When it comes to in home, I've always said it. Be comfortable. The agent, the client, they know if you are, they're gonna smell the fear. So be comfortable. When I first began, I used to say this phrase before, and it helped me a lot. I used to say 3 times, I can do anything to Christ who strengthens me. 3 times, I swear I used to do it. Before I used to go into the house, and I used to read 3 times and then go in and good, or just, listen to a song, whatever that, that's gonna put you at ease. And be a friend, but I always say don't be in the friend zone. Don't be an agent, but don't be a salesperson. So find a median on it. Find a median. So I just wanted to touch on that. Let's go into the numbers now. So we have here appointments. Appointments means how many people you call and you schedule to go see. That's what appointments means, okay? Sits means how many people you actually sat down with. So I had 12 appointments and I sat down with 9, okay? Close means how many people you closed, how many clients you sold to. An application, how many apps you did on the house. So sometimes you can have more apps than close. Why? Because on the same close, you made it close the husband and the wife, or the wife and the kids, etc. Okay, whatever. And this is the premium. This is the all the applications that you close. This is the yearly premium. Okay. So I just wanted to touch on that. So me, I have 12, 9, 6, and 6. This is part-time. This is part-time. If you want a successful agency, it's going to be 24 and up. Forget about 20. No more 20s. 25 and up. 25 and up. That's what we're striving for. I told Mark me last week, starting this week, it's full time, baby. Full time.
How many do you want to do?
This weekend,
Yeah.
10.
Okay, all right.
10.
Let's give him a round of applause.
I got you. James Vine. Jamie's doing great. Fantastic. 24 appointments, 11 sits. Gotta work on this, James. We're gonna work on this. 6 close, 6 appointments, 6,000. James, can you come over here for a second? So here we're gonna go through the good and bad, and it's not to punish anybody. It's just to learn, That's it. So tell us why we have 24 appointments and 11 sits. What do you think that is?
I was rushing through the script on my tie downs for a couple of appointments.
Perfect.
And I had to slow it down. So I was rushing through my tie downs.
Okay.
I realized I just skipped a couple of things. I got a little too happy, a little too excited. So I realized after a couple of appointments, slow it down, lock it down.
Perfect.
A couple of those were 6 of them were reschedules.
Perfect.
So I was able to salvage some of that.
Perfect. Okay. So you have 6 close and 6 app for 6,000. I mean, this doesn't look bad at all here on anybody's bank account for a week. So that's good. Now, so you were talking about the script. You were rushing to it. You caught yourself doing that. You are getting better on that. What are some of the things that you were doing to improve your script besides coming into the office?
Record myself.
Okay.
Try and practice my script when I'm by myself.
Okay.
Because I'm very conscious of trying to be the best that I can be. So if I'm in a call and I'm like, all right, where am I at? I realize I skipped this guy. I'm like, all right, I'm rushing. Let me slow it down because I don't want to be the type of agent that's on the phone and then get them off the phone quickly.
Got you.
I realized what works for me is just spending as much time on the introduction and the tie down possible works for me.
Okay.
So for my intro is about 3 or 4 sentences and take about like 15 seconds to introduce myself and
Okay.
So the purpose of the call, I'm spending at least 15 seconds on the tie down. And I'm saying, okay.
What are some of the things that you are saying now that you know that rushing was a problem? So now what are some of the things that you are saying on your script that you tweak so we won't have this and we will have a better show ratio?
Okay, so right after I asked, I asked 2 questions. So, and I call, they're kind of my setup questions. The first question is, I say, okay, Carlos, I see here that you only put down information for yourself. Is that because you're single, widowed, or divorced?
There you go. Okay, perfect.
Person will say, you're gonna say you're married. I was like, perfect. What time are you and your wife typically home together?
Perfect.
And then I'll say the day. So
Now, let's say I'm a client, right? And I'm married. And I tell you, listen, I'm off tomorrow. I'll be all day tomorrow, but my wife is not off till the weekend. What are you gonna tell me?
Pretty sure y'all eat dinner together. I know happy wife, happy life.
Okay.
I just need about 15 minutes of your time, just so that I'm pretty sure, Carlos, you want to protect your wife, make sure she's protected, right?
Okay.
So this is what I knew. I need the husband and wife together because a lot of times the insurance policies don't get paid out because the husband or the wife doesn't know. Let's prevent that. I know that you care about your wife. Give me about 10 minutes. Any reason I can't squeeze you in about 6:30 tomorrow. We're about 15 minutes.
Come. Perfect.
Right.
That's great. That's fantastic. Appreciate it. So let's try to, the appointments and the seatings, in order for you to be the same most of the time. One, get comfortable on the phone. Match the level of energy that the client is on the phone. If the client is laughing, you don't have to be a clown, but kind of laugh with them. If the client, is being Hey, what's going on? Sir, I'm just trying to do my job. This is in regards to the form that you filled out and sent to us. Just match it, and not don't be aggressive, because we're not here to fight with anybody. We're just here to provide a service, and that's what we do. We provide a service. So just match the level of intensity of the client, and if they are too intense, try to bring them down. You know what I mean, to your level. John Marcello, man himself, 23.
You skipped over
17.
Frank.
I'm sorry, Frank. I'm sorry. 19, 6, 4, close, 4 appointments, 3,000, 314. Great job, Frank. Frank, you want to come over here for a second? So, Frank, I see here you got 19, you got 6. Pretty much you got pounded that week. But 3,000, 3,314. Talk to us a little bit about what happened this week. And like I said, it's not to put you down, it's just to learn, so we can learn what to do and what not to do. That's it. Because I'm not no better here, so go ahead.
Well, my SIT ratio, the 19-6, I think was probably me either rushing or just being a little weak on the phone with some of my tie downs.
Okay. What are we doing to improve
I had a
that?
decent number of no-shows, and then I had more one-legged appointments last week than I've had, probably in 6 months.
Okay.
And that's my fault for probably just not being conscious about confirming to make sure that the spouse was going to be there, just because it was only one name on the lead card. So just being more thoughtful and mindful and when I'm on the phone setting everything up.
Just to help you out a little bit and help me out a little bit. Frank is one of the managers. He's building a team. So I am. So is John. So I found that we sometimes doing so much admin and so much running around and so much recruiting that sometimes we kind of try to rush through things or do things, halfway. Those managers that are out there that are watching this, I just wanted to tell you that, calm down, relax. It's not the end of the world. Make sure that I use a notepad and I write everything down, everything that I got to do, what I got to get accomplished. I plan my month, I plan my week, I plan my day, and I found out that helps me tremendously. So just something that managers out there want to do, because I know that we do go through those ups and downs. So something to help. Anything that you want to say about this week or anything at all? Wise?
3 of the 4 that I did close were layups. Anyone that showed up, those
Perfect.
they were sold before I got there.
Perfect.
The 4th one, when I got there, the wife answered the door. She thought I was from the VA. So I explained who I was and what I was there for. She called her husband an SOB for scheduling a meeting.
Gotcha.
Went into the backyard, got him, we sat down. She gave me a chance she at least entertained me since I made the trip over. She had 20,000 in coverage, husband had 40, but he also had a lot of health problems.
Gotcha.
So heart attack, 4 heart stents in the past, cancer, and then there's one other smaller one. But she's like, we're going to be lucky if we have another year with him, and he's not going to get qualified.
Gotcha.
So I went through everything. I said, I think I can get you covered. I was like, for the $10,000 plan, it's going to be 110. She's like, well, we've got 40. I was like, well, cost isn't an issue. What's the 110 doing for you sitting in the bank? She's like, I'm not making any money. So I was like, God forbid he passes away in a year, what's your rate of return? And I shut up. She said, about 900%.
So what company did you put him with?
America.
Nice.
Day 1 coverage.
Nice.
They looked at each other after that, and he said, let's do it. Let's get as much as we can. She pumped the brakes a little bit and
Perfect.
kept it there, but
Don't you hate that?
what's that?
Don't you hate that? Yes.
But that one, it was, if I didn't take my time, And if I was just rushing, or if maybe I was just focused on selling the price over the value,
Good.
I would have missed that one. But
Good.
that one,
Good. So you brought value to the policy.
absolutely.
Perfect. You were able to cover them the way they wanted, right?
Yep.
Perfect.
Very happy.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Another thing that I want to bring to light is when I'm talking to a client, and I always talk about not being a salesperson. I don't try to sell a policy. I want the policy to take a personification. I'm very biblical, just for those out there. So, I know that death is a spirit and et cetera, but let's not get into all that. So I want my policies not to be a piece of paper. I don't want my policy to be a number, because if you associate paper and number, people don't like that. They don't like to be sold. So I want that policy to take the shape of a person. James, so who are we here to protect?
My children.
Your children, okay. So from then on, that first question, I'm talking about protecting the children. It's about the children protection. It's not about the policy that I'm going to sell you and the amount. This is what it takes to cover Josephine or whoever it is. You know what I mean? It takes the shape of a person. I found that it works best for the agents out there, just to let you know. Let's go with John. John had 23 appointments, 76. John? Good. 8 closed, 8 apps for 10,000. You come over here for a second, John?
What's up, my man? What's up?
Johnson. So you got 23 appointments, 76.
Yes.
This right here, it is fantastic. It's great. How do you achieve this? Talk to us.
Wow, I discussed this 2 weeks ago to you guys when I was up here. These numbers definitely need to be tightened. I would probably commit suicide if I had the week Frank had, all due respect. Because it just drives me crazy when you get a lead, you call them up, they give you the time on the phone, yes, come to my house, and you go to the house and they're not there. I resort back to getting cable. Like if you move and you need Xfinity or Comcast and you order cable and they tell you, no, we're not available, today's Monday. We're not available till Friday between the hours of 12 and 4.
Okay.
They're home on Friday from 12
True.
to 4.
They want
That's
their cable.
cable. So, I mean, we're protecting your mortgage. We're protecting lives in your home. Why can't you be home? So I'm very crystal clear when I make my appointments. I'm very, very slow. I try to build a little bit of a rapport with them. I'm not the guy that's going to say, hey, mortgage insurance, 2 o'clock tomorrow, great, see you then. I'm keeping them on the phone for just a little bit longer so they not only know that I'm coming,
Okay.
but the Entenmann's crumb cake is going to be on the table waiting for me.
Okay. There you go.
And I think once these numbers, like just think of a week that Frank would have had if that was 14 or 15.
Right.
And then it goes just with anybody, and I think it all starts here. Although I did get my butt handed to me on the field last week, and that's why I came to all of you guys for hugs and reassurance. So for all you guys that gave me hugs, thank you. It helped because I went out the next 2 days and I wrote like 9,000 in business. So thank
Without the hugs, you would have never wrote the 9,000.
Say that again?
I said, without the hugs, you would have never wrote 9,000.
Probably not, but it definitely helped.
You needed it, bro.
So John, so the phone is good. We see that you're good on the phones. What are some of the things that you are saying? So they'll be there.
All right.
You there. So
So let's talk mortgage
Yeah.
insurance because a lot of people question me about mortgage insurance. So I don't know why people are afraid to attack mortgage leads. I think they're easier because if you have a mortgage lead, you want to utilize all the information that's on the lead. Hey, Mark, this is John Mazzella from the Mortgage Benefit Center. I always say, how are you? I just think it's respectful. I know there are some people that despise that, but that's just how I am. And I think 6, 7 people are going to say, I'm fine, thank you, how are you? And then you're going to have 2 or 3 other people that are just, yeah, what's up, what can I do for you? Or, yeah, you already got my mortgage. The information that's on that mortgage lead, you want to utilize everything. So I'll give you an example.
There you go.
Hey, Mark, this is John Mazzella from the Mortgage Benefit Center. Listen, I'm just getting back to you about this information you requested for mortgage insurance for the loan amount is right there with your bank. The bank is right there on most of the leads. Utilize it. They're going to be receptive. So I'm just calling you about this. Yes, okay, just want to verify some information. I verified the address, the date of birth. If there's no co-borrower or no spouse, my line is, hey, Mark, I noticed there's no co-borrower or spouse. Are you married or happy?
I was going to ask you about
And
that.
that's exactly what most people do. And that's exactly what most people do. They'll laugh. And it just breaks up the whole, this is a guy selling me something. It just breaks it up. I just verify all the information, and I got the loan amount as $230,000. Yes. Great. Once again, my name is John Mazzella. My job is very simple. It's just to get this information over to you to see what you qualify for based on some medical questions we ask you. At that time, I'll let you know how much it is, give you some scenarios, answer any questions that you have. Now, I'm looking at my schedule over the next couple of days. I see that I'm in the surrounding areas. This time, well, first I'll ask them what time they get home from work, and I'll just try to break it down that way. But yes, I'm just trying to tighten this up because this, I think, is extremely important. And these will just fall into line. These will just fall into place. These numbers will fall into place. Unfortunately, it didn't for me last weekend.
Let's talk about a little bit about people that they just listen, I'm working, I'm pretty busy. Can you just send me something over the email, or can you tell me a quote over the phone? I just want to know how much it is.
I mean, honestly, I don't get a lot of that.
Mhm.
I don't get a lot of that, but
What
I
if
do
you would,
understand. I do understand. The way I go about it is, I wish it was that simple because, unfortunately, I know nothing about you. I just, I would love to give you a number,
Okay.
but unfortunately, I got to ask you some medical questions. Oh, why can't we do it on the phone? Because there's a lot of fraud that goes on. Ever since 9/11, I always blame everything on 9/11 because everything changed after 9/11.
Good.
Ever since 9/11, the banking commissioner's officer has changed so much in this industry.
There you go. There you go.
And usually, that works. So because of that, I need to check your ID. Now, if you don't want me in the house because of COVID, I respect it. Just show me your ID through the glass window. I'll sit in the car, I'll call you up, and we'll just, talk like we were kids back in Brooklyn days.
Great job, John. Great job. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Do we have any first-time writers so we can say hi to
We
them?
don't, no.
Okay. Well, if there's any first-time writer, congratulations. Thank you for joining us for the company. Now we want to open up for questions.
Maybe.
Anybody has any questions? Shanae, Paul, anybody? Go ahead. Yeah.
Question?
Leave it on.
You
Leave it.
good?
Oh, okay.
I have a question.
Go ahead. Anything.
John, you mentioned that you got your ass kicked in the field. And I was kind of
You
curious.
said yes, I didn't. I tried to avoid that.
Hey, we are on YouTube. Hi, YouTube. We're just trying to be respectful to you.
Wow, sorry. Yeah, you
Yes.
mentioned you had a hard time, like someone gave you a hard time. I wanted to know, like, what was the hard time, like, what transpired?
To be honest, I don't even remember most of those appointments. I just know that I went into an appointment after, it was like 7 appointments that day.
Okay.
It was a solid day. I'm thinking, it's a $10,000 day. Maybe I got too overconfident. I don't know what it was, but I do know that I have other things going on in life.
Okay.
So I don't know what it was. I know I got a lot of, we can't do it right now, or I'm sure, I don't remember the rebuttals that I did get, but I do know that a majority of the people were like, no. And for me, I'm taken back, because usually my ratio is somewhere in the 80s. You know, if I sit down with 10 people, I'm closing 7, 8 people.
So John, that was last week, and this week you came back strong. So what do you tell people that have a bad day or a bad week? What do you tell them?
In this business, what's my line? Day by day, week by week, month by month. Don't think too far ahead. It's a numbers game. You know, he said it, one of the first things he said here is you got to come to the office every Monday, Thursday, because it starts with the appointments. Obviously, you want to book as many appointments as you can. But if you don't book 20 appointments and you're only booking 5, you got to utilize those 5 appointments.
Mm-hmm.
The best way to do it is by coming into the office and see what you did wrong. So if you are in the office every Monday, I'm not going to guarantee you that you're going to get 30 appointments, but I can guarantee you by being here, you're going to learn a lot more. Just like my girl Shanae did, right, Shanae?
Yeah.
I tell you what, you don't know loneliness. You don't know loneliness until you are sitting down in a parking lot calling to make appointments, because you didn't make enough appointments at the beginning of the week.
Yeah, I mean,
That's loneliness.
Listen, it's easy to get leads, call the leads, and think you're dialing for 3 hours, but it's only been 20 minutes, and you're like, all right, what's on Netflix? It's easy to get caught up in that route, but if you're here in the office, worst case scenario, you go outside for 5 minutes, you get some fresh air.
Selections available on Netflix.
Sorry about that. It's easy to come into the office. It's easy to come to the office.
Siri knows exactly what's up.
Anyway, so yeah, just come to the office. You're with a group of people that care, that will help you. And listen, I'm open to anybody. I don't care who you are. Somebody comes over to me and says, I want to pick your brain, you got me. Even if I got 2 appointments and I got like a whole bunch to go, like, I'm here for you. And that's how everybody is. I mean,
Correct.
we all need each other in some way, even if it's for that hug.
Questions? Anybody else?
Dale, you don't have any questions?
Shanae, come on. You always have a question.
You gotta have a question.
Okay.
We'll take it now.
Frank, what did you mean by layup?
I could have walked in backwards and never made eye contact with them. They had a driver's license and a voided check already.
They were ready for.
They were buying from anybody that walked in.
What he means by that is, let's say you sit down with 10 people. There's going to be at least 2, 3 people that are like, all right, sell me. Here's the check on my forehead. You got to rip it off my forehead without insulting me.
Yeah.
You know,
Call it a
that's a
check
Brian
tattoo to
Mendenhall.
the
But listen,
Yeah.
20, 30% of them are ready. They're done. The other 20, 30% need to be sold. And then there's other like 20, 30% that'll just maybe not ready. But yeah, you're definitely going to get a majority of the people that are just.
Hey Dale, how about some checks tattooed to the forehead? You like those, right? I like those. All you have to do is get on the phones and dial people. And there's always gonna be some every week that are like, listen, how much is this? So I needed under 300 a month. You're like, okay, $299 a month, no problem. America can do that. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, and you're just like, is there a camera on me? Is somebody taping me? They recorded me? Because honestly, the reality is it's 19 to 6, 24 to 11, 11 to 5. Like, it's not as simple as just book a 19 and see a 19. That'd be nice. So then the thick skin agents are the ones that understand these numbers are always going to work out. They just are. They don't think about this versus this. They're not happy because they're driving around the whole countryside and no one's answering their door. But they also understand there's tomorrow, there's next week. Like, you do this in the course of 52 weeks, you're super fine. You follow? You're planning to make more money than you've ever made, even though at times it might be frustrating.
Correct.
Okay? Life's frustrating. Can you make this kind of money in most jobs? No. So who cares? which frustration would you like? You follow? You got to figure out how you want to do it, but you got to just keep rolling, you know? So I wanted to talk about like Mazzella, just his ease. Like, it's almost like he's just talking to the people. What if you just started talking to the people, right? You didn't over pitch it, over, sell it, over anything. We're just having a conversation. It's just a tennis match, game of ping pong, until I beat you. Until I hit a ball that you can't hit.
Correct.
And then I'm at your house, and then I'm helping you with life insurance. You follow? So it's great. Claude, do we have anything else? Do we have any other questions, by the way?
Shanae,
I
there you
have one
go.
more.
Yeah, Shanae.
No way.
Shanae, you got to start putting your numbers up here.
Mm-hmm.
No, you need to. This is how you learn, by the way. The reason we do this every single week is because this is the best way to learn. What you start to see is that everybody gets smoked. And then you're like, oh, wow, like the most polished dude in the room got smoked last week. I could do this, which is all you really need. I can just dissect these numbers for hours. I could say if Frank would have ran 30, guys go, if he would have had a better show ratio. No, if he would have ran 30 appointments. not 25, 30. Because if he would have ran 30, he probably would have saw 12. And now he's got $8,000 on the board, not 3. I go, Carlos would have ran 30. I go, great sits. Yeah, if he ran 30, he would have saw 24 families. You want to make it rain? What is your name?
Sheila.
Sheila, you want to make it rain? Would that be nice?
Yeah.
You think you in?
Yeah.
You in on rain? 30
Not
appointments.
mine yet.
30 appointments. And you know what? It's only fit like, John, how many you booked today? How many you have set up for tomorrow, the next 2 days?
13.
13. What time did you get here?
10.
8:10. People go, it's rocket science. No, 8 a.m. is how it works. He's done. It's now 1:38. He's been done. He's helping out with the bullpen. He's helping other agents. You know what I'm saying? But he ran how many this weekend?
A total of 9.
9. So,
9 or 11. I don't remember.
okay.
9 or 11. I got
How much did you write this weekend? $8,000 you said?
Like 8,400.
You wrote 8,400 this weekend. He's got another 13 for the next 2 days. 13 appointments. I'm just going to assume he's going to write 18 grand, 17, 18 grand this week. Would that make sense to you, Dale? I like it. Numbers work, but he's working. Make sense? You ran how many this weekend, Carlos?
10.
10. So already, he ran 12 all of last week, 10 over the weekend. You don't think weekends count? All top producers run weekends.
Well, that's
That's a given.
That's the goal. Everybody's home.
Yeah.
Well, I'd rather fight
Yeah, that's-
against people who are not home.
that's my bread and
than people
butter.
that are home. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
It's very stressful when Monday comes around. You got
Oh, yeah.
zero money in.
Oh my gosh, it's brutal.
And I heard something from Andrew Taylor this weekend saying that, making calls on Sunday to get a head start for your Monday appointments.
Correct. The other thing is this: when you are the hardest sale of every week is which one? The first sale. Getting on the board. Getting on the board every single week is the death blow. Once you get on the board, you feel good. Like if
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Friday, if it's Friday,
Yeah.
and your first appointment's at 9 a.m., and by 11 you already have 2 apps, woo, you feel amazing because it's your first appointment and you have another 29 to go. Right? You're like, oh, this is gonna be a good week. Because you got your first one out the way. True. And the longer it takes to get that first one out the way in any new week, the more you're like, oh my gosh, my career's over. I don't even know how to sell anymore. I can't believe I bought these leads. Like, you start head faking yourself like something's really the problem. And the reality is relax. This is not fun. It's just not fun. Driving around, getting out your car, going up to the door, no one answering. It's not fun. But This is only 1 week. You know? It is fun when you write a $900,000 annuity, which you wrote a couple months ago, which pays him a stupid commission. Like, we got to just have some perspective, right? And we got to understand that, honestly, the closer we can get to 15 and 15, which isn't hard. You got 13 over the next 2 days, John. You know, I'd probably book 2 more if I were you, no big deal. But,
I'm on the same page as you.
does that make sense? But 15 and 15, Dale, this isn't hard. The reason why it's hard for people is because they won't take advantage of this hour, this clock. The only reason why it's difficult, Carlos, is people won't take advantage of this.
Agree?
Because having the leads is not hard. Everybody knows how to get leads. Okay? It's when you start at 10:48, you've lost so much time. And then you leave out of here with 8 appointments instead of 15, and you end up with a 14 appointment week. Because this is your cycle of life. 10:48, 11:01, 11:41, and you never really get, like, you lose this is gold. You could be done every week by 11, 12, if you dial straight. And guess who's not bothering you at 8 a.m.? Nobody. Because the 8 a.m. people are the serious ones. They ain't coming to talk to you. I'm sorry, they're just not. They're not. The 10:30 people are the people that bother us. People that pop, hey man, how was your weekend, man? 8 a.m. people are dead serious. They're not you know what I'm saying? They're dead serious. That's why they get stuff done. And this is not, there's anybody who thinks that it's hard to report somewhere at 8. Does that make sense? Think about that. So if you decide you're going to start reporting at 8, you full-time? Part-time? Are you full-time? Part-time is a little bit different, just depending on where you're at and what's going on and everything that's going on. But for the full-time agent, Shanae, 8 a.m., that's it. There's no magic. Is there magic to this? Do I need an elixir? Do I need coffee to get? No, I don't. I don't need anything. I just need to be here and ready to dial at 8. And if that were the case across the country, wherever you are, this would change your life. So for the people that are looking to change their life, this changes lives. I don't know. You don't have to be good. I could screw up the sits, screw up the closes. I mean, I'm just going to win every week. That's what I did. I just wanted to win every week. I sucked. I just wanted to win every week, Maria. So I just put the numbers in my favor. That's all. It's okay to be terrible at this, and just put the numbers in your favor, and you'll win every week. That's how I provided for my family, Carlos. I knew I could provide for my family if I would just take advantage of the clock. The clock can't beat me. Make sense? So for everyone in here that's looking to win long-term sustainable success, that's the only trick. That's the only key. Make sense? So, any other questions? Anything popping from online?
No.
How much time do we have? All right, Carlos, I'm going to work with you for a little bit here.
Okay.
I want to talk about warm market hiring. Okay?
Okay.
So, Carlos is my warm market.
Okay.
For those that don't know the story, I drove Carlos down to North Carolina in 2013 to another company's event when I didn't really know Carlos. We all rode down together, and Carlos wasn't licensed.
Correct.
But the idea was for Carlos to get fired up and get licensed. Fair enough? Okay. Carlos did the opposite of get fired up and get licensed. Carlos waited 6 years of back and forth frustration with me. Like, I'm like, dude, how in the world are we still talking 6 years later about you potentially getting a license? But he just would he was good at was selling me on the idea that it was going to happen this time. Okay? So we became friends through this laughable, like, dude, why are you calling me? This is comical. No, Mark, I mean it this time. I mean it. I mean, I'm like, you have got to be kidding me.
And with this, we used to like get together and eat and stuff like that,
Right.
from time to time.
So the last time he called me, no, I was in Miami. When was I in Miami?
Last
January 2019. January 2019?
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. No, it was right after convention. So it was probably February 2019. Okay. He lives in Miami. So I got some people I'm going to go see. I'm like, all right, meet me at my hotel. So this is February, and he was telling me how it's going to be different this time, and everything's and we're going to get it popping, and
The sun is gonna come out.
and nothing. I don't know how many now. I don't know what number we're at as far as the disappointment. Okay, I don't. But then in December, he calls me again. Mark, I'm in New Jersey. We can do it this time. I need this. I want to do it. I'm like, dude.
But he still met me. He still met me.
Oh my God, let's
at
go to a
restaurant.
restaurant that I want to eat at. You're paying. So he finally got his license in 2020, early.
No. I have my license. I didn't do anything for a year.
Oh, wait a minute. When I met you in Miami, you already had your license.
Yeah.
Ah, my bad.
I have my license.
That's right. He
right.
He
Yeah.
frozen for a year. Now
For a year.
watch this.
Correct.
Okay, this is one more market hire. Now again, I'm hiring as many people as humanly possible that want an opportunity, and a lot of them are warm market. A lot of the people that I work with are warm market. I've known JP for 15 years. I can go Wayne, Brian, Danielle. I can just keep going on and on and on and on. Of the people that I know, that I knew for a long time, and offer them an opportunity. But Carlos is a warm market hire. Warm market hires have to do what? To typically they don't have what?
Experience.
Right? So they don't typically have licenses. So they have to do what? Go through class, right? So if you go through class and you hire your buddy, what is your expectation of him?
I'm gonna take the class.
For him to take the class. Meaning there's no drop off, right? From a psychological standpoint of I went through class, you go through class. Now, the word class has sometimes had a negative connotation for guys that want to get moving quick because they're like, let me hire a license. Licensed people don't always do stuff. Most people go through class. If you spend 50 to 60 hours on a class taking a test, why would someone do this, right?
Because they want to change their lives.
They want to change their lives. Who is waiting for them on the other side of this?
Me.
The person that put them in class, right? And they want to change their lives because they must believe the person, somehow they believe actually what the person's saying. Or they wouldn't do 50 to 60 hours in class. Does that make sense? Would you? Would you do 60 hours of something that you don't believe in? You wouldn't. No one does, Dale. They only do it if they believe it's going to bear fruit to them. So if a person does this, what kind of commitment level do you think they have coming out? What is their first question coming out of class? What was your first question coming out of class?
When can I get started?
When can I get started? Reporting to duty, sir. What's my next step? How many licensed people do you know do this? None. They all want to tell you about how awesome they are, and what they know, and where they knew it from, and how they got it. Dude, you're broke. I don't need you to tell me how to help you make money. I apologize. Why don't we get on the schedule that actually works, one that makes money? Does that make sense? So I don't need, what I'm looking for is this relationship. Make sense? Because I can work with this forever. It's not a problem. There's history, there's trust. The reason he froze is because he was in Miami and he wanted to be coddled. But he moved to Jersey because he wanted this bad enough. I didn't tell him to move to Jersey.
Correct.
I told him to stay in Jersey.
Yeah, you did.
But you're winning, bro. You're about to hit vice pre. Like, let's give him a round of applause. Because here's the deal. In April, you were probably one of the few people that were coming in, and you had little to no team.
Correct.
And in October, he's going to be a vice president. Do you understand, Dale, what commitment looks like? Do you understand how important warm market is? Because although we may have a difference of opinion on any one topic, there's trust. So we'll be able to get over it. Does that make sense? Cold market, we have a difference of opinion on one issue. He might jettison, he might be out. Why? Because it doesn't work with him. I don't know. He's got thin skin. Does that make sense? I don't control that. You follow? So Carlos then goes and starts bringing in warm market. Why? Because it works. And then his warm market does the same thing that he did because it's the psychology of what he knows. Effectively, by hiring a warm market person, you're creating a warm market agency. Because I hired you because you're my friend. You got in class. You hired someone else to be your friend. You did what I did. It's been modeled. So I'm a huge proponent of unlicensed people. And I'm a huge proponent of warm market. Huge, huge, huge. You want to blow up a business? Warm market. Why do we hire cold market, Frank?
To hire their warm.
To hire their warm market. I'm sorry. Why? Because now, let's do this real quick. I'm going to do this cold market. So cold market looks more like this. You hired a bunch of people. You're trying to see who's going to work, right? But it also looks like if you don't hire their warm market, you're going to have a bunch of work that never brings fruit or brings fruit sparingly because they don't trust you, not because you're an evil human being, because they don't know you. It takes a while to build trust with cold market. We got to do what we say we're going to do over and over and over and over again till we have some type of relationship that bears fruit. Make sense? So this, if they hire and they hire and they hire and they hire, what happens is let's say Bob quits. Well, Bob brought in 3 agents and 2 of those agents brought in 2 agents. There's 9 agents left. Now, some of them might be loyal to Bob and quit too, because they're like, Bob's gone. But some of them actually saw the light, James. Not everyone's got the veil on their eyes when they're looking at Family First Life and the money that's actually real. So some people are like, they're like, he quit, but I've never seen anything like this before. I'm staying. And that's how you build groups. Because if you don't get to that, Bob might stay. Bob might see 9 people and go, we're going to build a business. Then if we build a business, I can make some money in overrides while helping all my friends and family. Like, that makes sense. Win, 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 win. Everybody wins. So we have to figure out, we can't just hire cold. We have to hire cold to hire warm. When we hire warm, we have to encourage warm to hire warm. Warm begets warm. Yes, sir.
What does that conversation look like when you bring in somebody warm and then you're looking to bring on the warm market? What kind of questions you got?
I'm like, dude, if it's warm market, I'm like, dude, everyone here is building an agency.
Want to see my paycheck?
Yeah, everyone in here is building an agency. Everyone's trying to grow. You're my boy. I'm gonna help you grow. We need to start hiring your friends and your people. Period. Because they're my friend. I don't need to. Now I can give you both pitches because there's a cold market pitch that don't work like that. Right? You follow? But that pitch is how I'm doing with Carlos. Does that make sense? Then I hire Frank's cold market. but he's super sharp and doesn't have an ego. So, or his ego doesn't get, everyone has an ego. His ego doesn't get in the way. Does that make sense? So I can work with him day one the same way I work with him because of him seeing the value. But he did the research. Does that make sense? He went on, scope, he said, I see nothing like this. And in all of Samaria, I've seen nothing like this. I said, all right, your faith shall be rewarded. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's cool. And we start working. But I still got to help Frank understand these concepts. Because these concepts break the game. We don't talk about them enough. You want to build an agency quick? One market. That's all. No big deal. But if I'm doing cold market, and I want his warm market, it's totally different. And both are the same though. We have a lot of leads. We can't service the demand. James, you're cold market. I'm just saying, like if I hire you cold market, James, we can't service the demand. We got a lot of leads. We need some help, dude. You're super sharp. You've gotten us some super sharp people. We're gonna help. I'd love to help you help your friends and family and colleagues and former coworkers make money like we're gonna help you make money. Who do you know that'd be looking to make some extra money part-time on the side of what they're currently doing? I want to get good at this first, which is the number one objection. Oh, by the way, when you're in the home, what's the number one objection?
I want to think about
I want to think about it.
Yeah, I want to think about it.
How many of you are good at getting over that? A lot of y'all,
Oh, man.
right?
Yeah.
Now, why? Because you practice the hell out of it. You run appointments. How am I going to get over this objection? Practicing. So he goes, because what everyone wants to do when he goes, I need to get good first. They want to shut down because it's uncomfortable. The first time you heard I want to think about it, you want to pack your bag and leave. But since you're so good at it now, you don't even hear it. What'd he say? I didn't hear him. What'd he say? Nothing. To me. But, so you're saying, I need to get good at this first. And I'm saying, dude, you remember the part where I said we need some help? We need help, dude. We're in the height of a pandemic. Now, this is great for today. We have more clients than we have agents to service them. I'm not asking, James, for your whole entire plethora of friends that you ever knew in your whole life, but could you give us a couple names of people that would possibly be sharp, looking to make an extra $1,000 to $2,000 a week part-time? You gotta know some people that want to make $1,000, $2,000 a week part-time. That's all we want to do. We just need some help getting to these people. In this area, there's so much going on.
Correct.
So you see how I get over that. And now what's he going to say? It's like, I'm trying to help families. Oh, by the way, if this thing works out, James, you may just do well helping these people. Don't worry about it right now. We'll work with them. But we need some people that we can get because we have too many people to service. Make sense? So we actually have to start approaching this regularly this way so that we can start reaping the benefit. And by the way, helping more people. Dale, are you more excited or more afraid after today?
I'm excited.
More excited. Now, do you think by definition that we've helped her? A little bit.
Overwhelming, but yeah.
We're getting there, right? She's got to put money in her account, but before she came in today, the knees were shaking, right? And now she's excited. We have to turn excitement into action.
Correct.
But we'd be lying if we said that Dale isn't better than before she came in. She's better. She's better. By looking at these numbers, by seeing regular people, by hearing y'all testimonies, she's better than she was before she came in. So now we need to triple the size of this because we have a lot of people to help. And we're hiring people and we're not asking them we're just asking them to buy leads. And what we really need to do is ask them to buy leads, get to the dial session, get to the bullpen session, listen to the 9:30 call, watch the bullpen session. And by the way, who do you know that might want to make some money on the side of what they're currently doing? We're not asking people enough questions. That's going to help them. If I harmed them and with anything I asked them to do, did I harm them? It's uncomfortable. It's a lot. But did I harm them? By the way, you want to make money? It's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable to make money. It is. It's uncomfortable because it usually takes actions that you're not used to doing. It's the way it works. Make sense? So I appreciate everybody's time today. Back again next Monday.